This is Orta Zhuz, one of the hardest countries in the game of Victoria 3. Russia thirsts for your demise, and if you aren't quick about expanding, they will achieve it. Today, we're going to take this tiny Kazakh nation and become the second coming of the Mongol hordes. But before we begin, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe. I'll also take a moment to thank all of the new people who joined my Patreon or YouTube Premium. Shura, Deer Park 1873, David, Andri, Max, Golem, Taco Bowler, Julian, Mark, Kim, Donlot, Alejandro, Doomcloss, Sun Tzu, Rob 14287, Urchin, Cynical Thomas, Madia Khan, Mr. Negative Nancy, XD Death Eater 53, Shiny Altaria 13, and Vanilla Gorilla. I'd also like to thank Patrick for his constant support. You get a special thank you. You guys, however, are all kings. Now, that was a heck of a long shoutout list, so let's jump right into the video. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Orta Zhuz, a lovely Kazakh country in the heartland of the steppes south of Russia. Technically, an unfortunate protectorate of Russia. Now, I say unfortunate protectorate for a very specific reason. You see, Russia has a journal entry, which means they have no choice but to deal with Orta Zhuz, Kishi Zhuz, and Uli Zhuz as part of the Kazakh revolt. And because of that, they have a technical 10-year timer where they have to effectively annex you. And now it'll say protectorate in the war goals. Don't believe it. If you actually give in, if you back down, if you lose, you're annexed, you lose, game over. And this is where a lot of people run into problems, especially with my short guide, where I tell them, you actually do want to go after Qing. There's a reason for going after Qing, and the reason why is because it gives you enough prestige to get away from being protectorated. I'll show you how very shortly. In the meantime, though, let's actually do the base startup, okay? So here's what's going to happen for the base startup. We're not going to pick a law right away, and the reason why is because we do not have a peasant movement. You want the peasant movement. Unfortunately, because we don't have open borders or migration controls, we can't even do the exile trick where we could just exile our rural folk and then immediately hire him as an agitator. So that sucks. So the best thing you can do is wait up to 6 months for the peasant movement to spawn on its own. Now that is a bit of a pain, but it's what you need to do. If you don't, you're going to be dealing with a whopping 10% chance to get, well, I guess not land-based, I'm sorry, wrong one. You're looking at about a 12%, well, no, 10% chance to get your tenant farmers, but if you wait for the peasant movement, and then you actually bring them in, and you piss them off enough by, enacting homesteading and then canceling homesteading, you can get your tenant farmers up to 32%, and that's always a very, very good thing. At least as I found anyways. So beyond that, we're going to go directly to technologies, and unfortunately, you have to go for colonization. Now, here's the catch when you're playing as Orta Zhuz. And the reason why I say that is actually somewhat beneficial to play as Orta Zhuz. In fact, this is the strongest one of the three Zhuzes. Kishi Zhuz has trouble because when it forms Kazakhstan, it's not always friendly with Uli Zhuz, and if it's not friendly with Uli Zhuz, when it forms Kazakhstan, it keeps its own infamy, it keeps its own technologies. Orta Zhuz is always 100% friendly with Uli Zhuz, and because they're 100% always friendly with Uli Zhuz, when you form Kazakhstan, you actually tag swap from Orta Zhuz to Uli Zhuz, and then you form the Kazakh Khanate. And when that happens, you lose your infamy, and whatever technologies you've learned are effectively swapped over to whatever Uli Zhuz has. So you don't really have to worry about your own technology. Generally, you're going to want to wait until about 1846 anyways, and the reason why is because that's when Uli Zhuz has line infantry, and that's the best time to swap over, especially if you're actually crazy enough to try to fight Russia. But there are other methods to get around, and it makes use of the tag swap. So, Orta Zhuz is definitely the strongest of the group. Now, after we take our colonization tech, we're going to click on here and we're going to swap down to low taxes. It literally doesn't make a difference. It's like 600 bucks. Oh, whoopity-doo, Basil. Nobody cares. Anyhow, afterwards, go to your military tax and we're going to go for very high military wages. You pretty much need all the training you can get as fast as you can get it. The next thing you're going to want to do is probably put road maintenance and social mobility in your 3 main provinces. Don't bother with Chelyabinsk, and the reason why is because you're probably going to give it away to draw Russia into a war later on, And it's not a very particularly good state. It's kind of garbage, to be honest. It does have a little bit of resources, but I mean, you got better resources everywhere else. And you can get better resources over time anyways, just by giving it away. So it is definitely something you do not want to build in. Speaking of building, though, what you should do is build only troops. My suggestion is to start off with Hussars. You're going to want as much offensive power as you can get. Obviously, you're going to want to be able to balance things out. So for the first thing, I usually do 6 units. 3 Hussars, 3 irregular infantry. Irregular infantry for you at this point in the game, all the way up until the point where you break off and become the Kazakh Khanate, you're probably going to want to maybe go half and half. Half irregular infantry, half line infantry. Just so you can keep the cost down, because irregular infantry don't actually use anything. So you can bolster your numbers, you can fill the lines while you're fighting other people, and you can increase the numbers, while at the same time getting an offensive bonus from the line infantry. Just a slight offensive bonus. It doesn't have to be enough, it doesn't have to be huge, it just has to be big enough so that you're bigger than everybody you're attacking overall. So, and because everybody else is on irregular infantry all the way up until the point where you're actually dealing with, like, say, Khalsa Roger Sindh, or even the British East India Company, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So, the next thing you want to do is rival pretty much everybody except for the Zhuzes. So that means Kokand, Bukhara, Khiva, those ones you're not going to be friendly with. They're effectively our main targets, to be honest. We're going after them. They have to disappear for you to survive. And I mean that. Bukhara, beyond all others, is the most important country in your game as Orta Zhuz. And the reason why is because, look right here, Bukhara will give you a piece of the Persian interest when you conquer them, simply because they own Turkestan. That's it. That is the most important, lovely little state that you need to survive as Orta Zhuz, because it gives you access to Persia. If you don't have access to Persia, you're going to run into some really big problems. You're not going to be able to become strong enough to actually handle Russia, and then you get annexed, and then game over. So that is definitely something you're going to want to think about when you play through this. Which means, to get to Bukhara, well, we're going to have to go through Kokand. Unfortunately for Kokand, we have to kill them. Thankfully, because we have no army, and they actually have a very big army, we have to pull in Russia to do pretty much all of the heavy lifting for us. But again, thankfully, because of the plus 12 that we have here, well, Russia will do that for us. Just by unpausing real quick, we can then bring it up, and you'll see right here, we could pull in Russia right here, right now, just for an obligation. We could also give them Chelyabinsk if we really wanted to right now. You might as well hold on to it just for the extra taxes, because, I mean, the obligation will go away faster if you use it earlier. So you could probably use it later, so use it as early as possibly you can. You're probably not going to pull in any other countries into this war, so yeah, there's no point in waiting. Just bring Russia in right away. I know they take over, but that doesn't even matter. Just let Russia do all the heavy lifting. You don't even have to, bring your troops in and do any fighting. It'll pretty much happen automatically for you, and that's always a good thing. In the meantime, make sure to double check to make sure your peasant movement has finally come through. There's my peasant movement. You see, if you're nice and patient, you'll get your peasant movement, and it takes no time at all. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Isn't she lovely? She's a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. We got peasant movement, and right now, 30%. That's pretty good now, isn't it? Now, we're going to go, and we're going to bring in our rural folk right now. Confirm, just like that. Actually, we could probably bring in the Sunnis and put it over 50%. Can we put in the armed forces? Yes, we can. Everybody goes in. Hey! We got a wonderful government. Everybody's in the government now. Love it, love it, love it. And you actually do kind of want the armed forces in there too, because, I mean, keeps them slightly happy. It prevents you from taking the military good cost. Although we don't really have that many military goods. We will once we get the Hussars in, I think, because they use grain. Not a huge amount of money, but every little bit counts, really. And unfortunately, you're going to be accumulating a little bit of money at the beginning, but it will disappear really quickly, very, very, very quickly. So now we're going to go to serfdom. We're going to probably check to see if our peasant movement is agitated. No, they're not. So let's agitate them. Let's click on homesteading first. Da-da-da-da-da. And then turn it off. Boom. And then we're going to go for tenant farmers. And the reason why we go for tenant farmers is, look at that now. 6.4% for the peasant movement because we pissed off the homesteaders. Unfortunate for the homesteaders, but that's just what we gotta do sometimes. I know. It's weird. But it just works. It just works. It just works. It just works. Okay, now look what's going to happen here with this lovely little war we got going down here. Kokand is getting its and handed to it. Okay, it's over for Kokand. There's no way they're going to win this war. We aren't even helping. We're literally just watching from the sidelines, cheering for Russia, going, "Go Russia, go! Kill Kokand for them so you can't kill us later." And I already failed on my first with Lieutenant Farmers. Dang. That is unfortunate. But we are supported now. Here's what you're going to have to do for Russia. If they get you into the 25% or lower range, they can take you over. They'll make you a puppet, and then their journal entry will make everybody else a puppet, and then you get annexed and it's game over. You have to keep Russia just barely happy enough so that they don't kill you, but you can't go over 80 Liberty Desire. So right now we're at 57 Liberty Desire. Pissing them off here by doing this will piss them off by 20. That will, that'll put us at what? 67. So if we piss them off again with the request market control, the first thing that's going to happen is we get the Kazakh Khanate for them, and then we get killed. It's that simple. It doesn't matter if you're in the war. There's a weird bug where it automatically does a tag swap, and after the tag swap happens, it doesn't matter if you're in the war. Because again, you're swapping over to 3's Zhuz. It only matters if 3's Zhuz is in the war. So if you're playing as 3's Zhuz, you can literally be in the middle of a war and do the tag swap, and there's a chance, it's very small by the way, that Russia can't attack you. They'll have to wait until the war is over. So you can literally drag out the war and then just, prevent Russia from ever being able to do it until the timer goes off. And then that's one way of doing it. But as Orta Zhuz or 3's Zhuz, the tag swap is going to happen no matter what. Well, I guess not for 3's Zhuz, but for Orta Zhuz, the tag swap is going to happen no matter what. Because 3's Zhuz is always going to be friendly enough with you unless you really, really piss them off. But even then, I think it still does a swap. So Orta Zhuz is in a position where they have absolutely no choice but to get strong enough to prevent Russia from protectorating them, or to get strong enough to actually beat Russia in a straight-up dogfight, which you can do by bringing in Great Qing as an ally. But we want to take chunks out of Qing. We don't want them as an ally. We want to eat them. They are a delicious, nutritious breakfast. They're complete of a part of a complete breakfast. We're not leaving them alone. They're the orange juice, and we're not letting them go. Okay, so Kokand has to die for this purpose, and that's why, unfortunately, we have to destroy Kokand. It's very unfortunate. I really do feel bad about Kokand, but that's just how life is sometimes. Yeah, dog eat dog world, and they're the dog, and we're eating them, man. It's over. Sorry, Kokand.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Alright, we're pretty much done with Kokand, but here's the catch. If we wait until November, Bukhara actually becomes friendly with either Khiva or 3's Zhuz and pulls them into the war, and we don't want to pull Russia into the war to win the war for us. We actually want to win the war on our own. So actually, we're going to hire our leaders right now. Ooh, a tactful guy. That's good. Surveyor is okay. And you know what? The tactful guy will win the war for me, probably just by himself. Not even kidding. That's how powerful tactful is. That is amazing for me. I'm very happy with that one. We do need to hire some more Hussars, so we're going to get Semipalatinsk and Akmolinsk and cover that, and perfect. Everything's looking good on that front. And we're going to wait until probably the last second. We're going to probably attack in maybe October 30th to take out Bukhara. And doing that will actually help us immensely, because it gives us a chance to catch up with Kokand. The troops that we get from Kokand, I think we get like 6 troops from taking out Kokand, and they're kind of weakened because, I mean, we just let Russia beat the living crap out of them. So, yeah. The extra time is necessito, trust me on this. So we're just gonna annex Bukhara now, and I guess we should probably get our mobilizations in order. In fact, you know what I'm thinking here? I think Tenant Farmers isn't worth it. And the reason why I'm saying Tenant Farmers isn't worth it is because 3's Zhuz, we're tag swapping. 3's Zhuz, they have their own laws. Whatever we pass here is gone the moment we tag swap to 3's Zhuz. So Tenant Farmers has no value after all. It'll help us in the early game, and that's it, but it's not enough. In fact, what we need more than that is this. Patriotic fervor. We need this immensely. So let's go to the army model. We're going to swap off to professional army right now, and simply by doing that, we're going to get a lovely 10% bonus to offense and defense, which is very, very necessary. Believe me, it is so helpful when you're dealing with Bukhara. Bukhara is going to be your toughest fight. Believe that. It's going to be the one where you have to play a little on the cheese side. If you don't play the cheese side, you might run into problems and you might have to draw on the Russia to help. But if you draw on Russia to help, you can't go for the big dog. You can't go for the bigger prey. Great Qing is part of a complete breakfast. Why would you give up that orange juice, man? You want this. Give it the squeeze, because if you squeeze on Bukhara, look at the tiny plum here. It's a tiny plum, gigantic orange. Tiny plum, gigantic orange. You want the gigantic orange. You want to eat this. Delicious. Not so nutritious. So yeah, don't you worry about Bukhara. You could beat them in a straight up dogfight. Obviously, I should have got my conscripts in order beforehand. Oopsie daisy, that might have been a mistake on my part. Thankfully, I got my mobilizations all set up and ready to go. In the meantime, we got everybody together, so let's get our attackers out. We don't want them to defend. Definitely don't want them to defend. And then once we're about the halfway point, we're going to send our troops in. And it looks like 22, but believe me, we have a tactful defender. I'm not worried, although our money is dwindling quickly, which means we might have picked... Oh, we got government wages too, so that means we picked up construction sectors. I'm about to do something else that's really, really blasphemous. In fact, it hurts me to do this. I'm actually crying on the inside. I killed the construction sectors. We can't afford it. I'm just telling you straight up, we can't afford it. In fact, I gotta raise my tax levels so I can stay afloat. We got no monies. We got no monies. We got no ability to make monies because we're a backward country, unfortunately. So yeah, it hurts to do that. My soul burns inside because I did that, and I feel nothing but shame. But that's just life. That's just life, bro. You gotta roll with the punches. Anyhow, what's gonna happen here is we're playing full defensively, which means we're pretty much relying on our defenders. You kind of need a tactful, or you need a defensive strategist. If you can't get either of those, you might not win. I'm just saying, you might not win. Anyhow, here it comes. Watch what's gonna happen. We're gonna pull them into a defensive fight, and even if we lose, if we do enough damage to them, oh dear, it looks like we are maybe okay? I don't know. They're winning every fight, though. Oh, shoot. I guess it's going to be a 50-50 guide now, isn't it? Too bad. This is a... Ooh, wait. We're getting them back. We're pushing them. And once they get into the green, once we're in the green, we're going after them. There we go. Disband. And then we got our attackers in there, and then our attackers can help out. And we have good attackers, so we're going to do a lot of damage on attack. And eventually they'll be in the 50 zone, and once they're in the 50 zone, they can't win. Yep, it's over. We have won. It was a scary, but that's what happens when you do defensive war. You have to rely on RNG in a defensive war. Well, with Bukhara out of the way, and we're almost done with Khiva, which we only attacked because, I mean, they were there, and it's free real estate, so might as well take it. And Aga Sultan is, oh crap, they killed my leaders. So Russia, they get a journal event that kills the leaders, and unfortunately that means that we're stuck with a child leader, and worse than that, when you go to diplomacy, you're going to see right here, minus 20 from Russian counterinsurgency. Crap! That is no bueno. No bueno at all. We're already at 60 Liberty Desire. We kind of want to stay in the 70 to 80 range, so we're going to do something right now. We're going to probably do the support regime. Again, if you touch 80, you're automatically tag swapping, and you're dealing with Russia. You don't want to do that too early. So we're just going to stay in the 70 range for now, and to do that, we're going to use request support regime because it's harder to do than it is for the market control. So we're going to go into our government, swap out, so only the armed forces are left, and then we're going to do the support regime because now they hate it. Good. I hope they hate it. I really do, because now we're at 70. Perfect. That gives us a little bit of breathing room. Not a lot. You might run into issues later, but there is a little secret that I will show you to solve that unfortunate little issue. Okay? Just trust me on this. It's solvable. Let's put our main government back in, though. We want to make sure our main government stays in, and then we're going to start building other things other than troops, because here's the catch. When we tag swap, we lose our market with the Russians because they're no longer our overlord. When that happens, we're going to have to rely on our own industries, so you might as well have some industries ready to go when you do the tag swap. Otherwise, you're going to run into major shortage issues, and that's no bueno. Nobody wants that. That's very, very bad. So, pretty much build a little bit of everything, to be honest. Maybe a little bit extra logging camps, a couple extra iron mines. Make sure you stay within the realm of your infrastructure, because that can be a bit of a problem otherwise. So, I guess we'll put like 2 iron mines here, and maybe 2 iron mines here. Maybe a coal mine here for later. We got logging camps, we got everything else covered here. Perfect, perfect. What happens in the early game for you as Orta Zhuz doesn't matter, okay? And the reason why is because you're tag swapping Yuli Zhuz. So if you get 2.3 million in debt, and you're at the 100% debt limit the entire game, the moment you tag swap to Yuli Zhuz, you swap to their debt. Whatever money they have is what you have. So if they have like $100, but you're minus 2.3 million, well, once you tag swap, you have $100. That 2.3 million goes poof up in the air, doesn't even exist. So, debt spend. The only thing that matters for you as Orta Zhuz is not the laws you pass, it's not the technologies that you get, it's not the money that you accrue, it's the land. It's the frickin' army. You want land, and the moment you got your army, you're gonna have to use it to make land, and doing that afterward, or dealing with that afterwards means you're gonna want to just go ham on construction. In fact, you could probably just do endless debt spending on construction if it wasn't for the damage to your your offense and defense. We don't want to deal with that just yet, so I wouldn't go into 100% debt yet. Try to stay below the debt limit. So we're not going to force our debt limit high yet. Once you don't have to do any more warfare and you're just prepping for the actual tag swap, then you can go 100% debt. But until then, don't do it. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to bring in Kabul, and we're going to effectively crush Kabul. Boom. Annex. Done. Now, send our troops in. Oops. Lost my conscripts. Dang, that stinks. But that's okay. They'll be back. They'll be back. And once they're there, and once Kabul's timer ticks down, we're going to swap off, and we're going to go after Qing. Now, can you go back to... Go back to here? That would be absolutely lovely. I would be very happy with that. Now, is anybody else dumb enough to join in? Maybe Kalat, maybe Macron. Hopefully not, because I don't want to deal with them just yet. But if I have to, I will crush them. Not even kidding. I will absolutely decimate them. But, like I said, the moment that this is ticked down, we're going to go after Great Qing.
Ding, 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 ding. After these messages, ding, 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 ding. We'll be right back.
Alright. Now, full disclosure before I get into this part, this is a reshoot. Now, the reason why this is a reshoot is because I forgot to explain what I was doing when I fought Great Qing. At this point, I actually had to restart this entire game, go from very beginning, take out Kokand, Bukhara, Khiva. We're right back to where I was before, and we're taking out Kabul. There might be some inconsistencies. I'm sorry about that, guys. I know, it happens. I'm not always good at this when it comes to explaining things, but yeah, I'm just letting you know ahead of time. Now, the reason why is because I forgot to explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it now. I go after, once Kabul is done and we actually hit the point where, oops, let's get this done. Okay, well, it doesn't matter at this point. Once the war with Kabul starts, we're going to actually pick a fight with Qing. Now, you want to go for Tarim Basim because it actually costs the most to go after them first. That saves you more diplomatic maneuvers than going for the other ones, okay? And at the same time, you do not want to take Qing Kyrgyzia. And the reason why you don't want to take Qing Kyrgyzia is because if you take Qing Kyrgyzia, you can't draw Qing in to go after Russia. You want to leave Qing Kyrgyzia. It's not going to help Qing because it's going to have 0% market control. It's a very crappy state anyways. It's a partial state. It only has 90,000 people in there. It's not a big deal. Leave it. In fact, it'll help better by not taking Qing Kyrgyzia overall. And the reason why is because, here, let's go into the fight. Let's go after Tarim Basin. And now we got it. It's coming in. Obviously, we draw in Russia. Perfect. But what we're going to do is... Oh, before that point, another thing I forgot to explain to you is make sure to check how much it'll cost you to draw in Russia with Orta Chelyabinsk. Cost you 10 maneuvers, right? That means you must leave 10 maneuvers out of your 60. You only have 50 to play with. So, we're going to go for Zingaria. We're going to go for Ili. And we're going to force them, because the moment we draw in Russia, if you do not force them, Qing backs down. That sucks. That means we have 30 maneuvers to play with. What are we going to spend them on? Well, we're not going to spend them on opening the borders. We don't want to help Qing. That actually helps them, believe it or not. We don't want to help Qing at all. We want to keep them poor. How do we keep them poor? Go to money transfer. And you want to go all the way up to about 30 maneuvers. I think that's what, 27,000 for me? Yeah, 27,999. Or 998, whatever. 30 maneuvers it costs. Let's go ahead one. And it'll be 31 maneuvers. We want to use up those 30 maneuvers, because we only have 40 left. Add. In fact, I'm going to double check before I do this. Yeah, it's only 30 maneuvers. Okay. 30 maneuvers. So 27,999 or 998, whatever. 30 maneuvers, and it's going to cost us 30 infamy. It's going to put us over 100 infamy, but we don't care about that. Why don't we care about that? Because Russia does the cut-down wars, not us. We don't care if Russia has a cut-down war. Even if they have a cut-down war, they're still going to beat Qing. Qing is super weak. It's just funny how this works, right? So while we're dealing with Kabul, we're going to force Russia to go after Qing. And even though we're over 100, we still can pull in Russia, no problem. In fact, let's do it right now. Chelyabinsk. That's that little tiny sliver of land that was over here, right? We don't care about that land. We didn't build in it. We don't want it. We don't care about it. We do, however, care about all the land that we get from Great Qing now. And believe me, that's a lot of land, and it does add up. You could even probably take Gansu instead of money, but you know what? The extra money is helpful. It'll keep you out of the the penalty zone for the credit. And the more money that you have, the more GDP that you have, the more that you can build, the better. It's just how it goes. So you might even want to start building some construction sectors again. You might not even want to delete the earlier construction sectors like I did. In fact, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you can just keep it, because money doesn't really matter for you. The extra money that you take from Qing isn't just for your sake. You don't take Qing's money for your sake. You take it to keep them weak. In fact, you could probably take goods and force them to implode by doing this. I hear there's a new method of forcing Qing to implode by taking a bunch of their stuff, and by doing that, it forces them to just completely explode. I don't personally know how to do that, so I'm not doing it for this playthrough, but I've been hearing rumors about it, and if you can do that, do it. Just trust me, just do it. It's great. It's perfect. Looking like Britain's taking a piece out of Qing as well. The timing. Wow. It doesn't really matter to us. Oh, they're just taking in a port, whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. And that is it for Kabul. And pretty soon, that'll be it for Qing as well. Hilarity. Hilarity, I say. What other technology should you aim for? Probably line infantry. You're probably going to need it when you go after Persia, because you don't really want to draw in Russia for all of your wars, just most of them. Oh, we got 21. I'm not even going to delete it. The construction I got here, we're keeping it, okay? We're keeping all the construction that we got here, because the reason why is we're still going to be in the positive. In fact, we might want to start building more construction. We're okay with losing money. We don't care about this interest. This goes away the moment we tag swap to 3's Zhuz. Holy crap, they are doing a cut-down war with the Ottomans as the leader. I don't know how that works, but I've never seen that before. Ottomans doing the cut-down war. It's usually Britain or France. But here's the thing. The reason why I didn't take Kalat or Makran first and I went for Kandahar first is because if you have a shoreline access, France will do the cut-down war. And it doesn't look like France is going to join this one. Or maybe they will. Maybe they will. Shot on pause just to see. We're almost done with Kandahar, and I kind of want to go after Herat after this. In fact, maybe we should just attack Herat right now. We can still pull Russia in, thankfully, because they're going to want land from us. Khal Saraj is definitely going to join in. Makran and Kalat might join in. I hope they don't, because I don't want a shoreline right now. But I hope Kafiristan joins in. That'd be nice. But yeah, we're going to take out Herat now. And we're going to draw in Russia when we get the chance. And that means Kandahar's toast. Sorry, Kandahar. I mean, that's life. That's just how it goes. Let's unpause here and see who joins into this war. Okay, so that is it for... Oh my god, it looks like the Ottomans are losing. It looks like Russia's gonna beat them. And yeah, we got freaking Kalsaraj in the war now. So crap, I'm gonna have to split these armies up. Who's my best crappy... Or who's my crappiest guy? You're my crappiest guy right here. You can have 1 and 1. You can have 1 and 1. In fact, you can have a freaking... you can have a conscript. I don't want you to be too strong. Who cares if you're not strong? Because you're literally fighting Herat, who has 1 troop. I think you'll win. You'll be fine. As for these guys, woof, we're gonna have to do something. I might have to split these guys up. I have no idea how I'm gonna split them up yet. I guess I'll have to wait until they get to the front, and then I can split them up on the front and see what the kind of numbers we're looking at here is. What's going on over here? Yeah, they got... So that's it? It's just the Ottomans and Britain? That's a pathetic cut-down war. They're going to lose this against Russia. Russia's going to eat them. That's good for me. I'm going to wait till the last second before I pull Russia in, though.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yeah, there is a reason why you want to pull Russia in against Kalsaraj. Yeah, I had to give a Khorezmia, but it's worth it. Because Kalsaraj would have beaten me otherwise. I would have lost. They had line infantry, and my line infantry is a little ways away. So, oof. Maybe I should have waited to take out Herat, but you know what? I'm fine with this. Yeah, I lost a little land. I hope for your playthrough you don't have to deal with that. Maybe Kalsaraj won't join in. Maybe for your playthrough you'll be a little more smarter than I am and actually wait for line infantry. But we're still beating Kalsaraj, so it's okay. And Russia beat the cut-down war. I was the cut-down war target. Russia did all of the fighting. That's perfect. We want to keep Russia weak. This keeps Russia weak. I'm not even kidding. Unfortunately, by taking Kalsaraj's land, how did I set this up again? Yeah, we got Punjab and Pahari Punjab. By taking these two, we now have a border with Britain, which means the next cut-down war 5 years from now it's going to be a guaranteed front. So we don't care if France has a guaranteed front now. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Obviously, we're still going to wait a little bit to take Kalat and Makram. We're probably going to go for Persia first. We're going to save these guys for last. These are going to be the last ones. We're not going to take any waterfront from Persia either. We're going to take everything in the north end. Maybe make another front here with Russia for when we actually do the war with them. If we decide to fight the war with them. There is another trick. I'll show you the other trick instead of doing the war. Because everybody knows how to do war, but not everybody knows how to do the trick. So I'm going to show you the trick. I don't want to be friendly with Kalat. I want them to suffer. I want them to die. Oh my god, am I actually done building? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's build in Uzbekia then. They could probably use a couple logging camps. And maybe some opium. Just a little bit. Just a touch. Maybe some silk. What else do I need? What have I not got covered? Probably not arms. Probably not artillery. There we go. That should cover for a little while. I mean, look at this. We still got a bunch of money. I should probably start building some freaking construction sectors again. We're up to 2 now. Maybe I should swap off to iron. I don't know. But we're pretty much done with Kalsaraj. In fact, I think they might even give up. Oh, I can't even force them to give up. But that is it. We're going to attack Persia next. And I want to wait until I can maybe get another piece of Qing. I want to hit them again with Russia's help before I actually get my, my declaration of independence here. That's it. Kalsaraj loses. Now they're a tiny little sliver of land. They're no longer relevant. They're insignificant. All I got to do is clean up here and clean up here and then clean up here. And then we can get our independence. Yeah, the border gore is hideous, but believe me, it'll be worth it in the end. We're going after Persia. And you know what? We're going to go after everybody else. Let's clean up. I don't want to show all these million... You know what? Instead of just skipping the wars like I normally do, I'll just do all of the wars all at once. There's literally no reason for me not to. Let's go for Kunduz right now. That's it. Kunduz is toast. If anybody else is dumb enough to join in, I'll crush them as well. I don't even need Russia. I don't even need Russia. Russia is not even necessary. Persia, not necessary. We're going to break you. You're going to be destroyed. That's all. That's it. That's all there is. That's all there is. I probably should send some troops in, though. Who can I send in? How about I delete you, and we'll split you guys up, maybe? Might be a good idea. I don't know. I'll put... What do I kind of want my better attacker on the main unit. So, I'll give you the 4 line infantry. No, actually, I want my line infantry over here. Whoopsie. That was a mistake. Let's try that again. Who is here? Okay. We'll use you. We'll give you, what, I don't know, 10 and 10. That should be enough. 10 and 10? No, we'll give you 10 and 5. You don't deserve 10. There we go. And no, actually, I could probably upgrade everything. You know what? I will. We're going to upgrade. Make sure. Make darn certain. In fact, everybody gets an upgrade. Who cares about money? What the hell am I doing saving money for? I'm being crazy here. Absolutely crazy. That's it for Kunduz. That's it for Persia. Anybody else dumb enough to join the war? Nope. Just that. Who should I attack afterwards? Maybe Chitrao? Let's go for Chitrao now. Sorry, Chitrao, you're next. I'm just going to go down the line, bit by bit by bit, and smack them around. You can go in whatever order you want. You do not have to follow me perfectly here. It literally does not matter. Just clean up. I don't care what order you clean up in. Just clean up everything. And get these 3 as well. We already have a border with Britain, and in 3 years they're going to come after us. So clean them up. There's no point in not cleaning them up. And hopefully they join the war so I can crush them all at once. And they are not joining the war. Oh, there's France. They're coming in for us now. But you know what? I'm not even worried. That's good, because now they don't have a front on the shoreline here, and Russia's going to deal with them, and that'll be absolutely hilarious. It's perfect for us. That works out. It keeps Russia busy, and it'll give us a little bit of effort, a little bit of time, and now we could crush Chitral, and then we could go after Kalat next. Maybe Portugal will join in. Let's go for Macron then. Might pull in Sind. That's good for us. I hope they do. Please pull in Sind. Please, please. Pull in Oman too. I would love that. Alright, so here we go. We're finally ready to go after Qing. It took us a while to get here, but we are finally here for the second war. We are running out of time, though. I'm willing to bet Britain's going to do a cut-down war against us very, very shortly, so you got to be careful at this point. Although, I think we can still beat Qing, even though we're dealing with Russia running on different fronts. Got to make sure, though, to hit North China. If you don't hit North China, you're going to pull in Britain, and we don't want to do that. So that means this state right here, that is Gansu. Okay, we're taking Gansu. That's going to be our main target here, because that's the biggest state in North China that is connected to us. I know Ulustai is not very big. I mean, it's a large state, but not what we're aiming for, really. Now, again, make sure you have the right amount of maneuvers. So how much is it going to cost us to bring in Russia for 10? It's 10. So we have 50 maneuvers. That's 2 states. We can take 2 states now. Which one shall we take? Qinghai. Might as well go south. And Szechuan. Go for that sweet, sweet opium. Delicious opium. Flintstones chewable morphine is my kind of thing, I'm telling you. I am telling you. Now, bring in Russia. Boom, boom, done. Dusted, dealt with, roasted. Love it. Everything about it is wonderful. Gorgeous, in fact. Oh, what's going on here? Another traditionalist. Oh boy. They love pissing everybody off and then stepping down afterwards. Thankfully, Qing is not super duper weak and they're not super duper fearful, so they don't back down. We got academia. Let's start doing a little bit of academia building now. Okay, make some universities. Why? Because we got the money. Might as well spend it. I mean, I know it looks like we're losing a heck of a lot of money here. Look at that interest. Oh my god, it's horrible. But trust me when I say this, it's not horrible. You'll see what I mean very shortly. Well, that is unfortunate. We are getting our asses handed to us by the Brits. We're trying to hold the front here, waiting for Russia to come in and help, but I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to go to the western fronts. Oh no. Well, I got frickin' Britain and the United States in here. That is a little too much for me to handle. I might be in a little bit of trouble here, but thankfully I have an out. I would have preferred not to use this out this early. I got 4 more years, but before I absolutely have to use this out. But the moment we're done with Qing, I'll show you what I'm talking about. In fact, I'll even show you a lovely little trick that you probably don't know about. In fact, I'm going to show you 2 little tricks you probably don't know about that you might enjoy. So, hurry up and give up Qing. Please, hurry up. Hurry up. Done. Good. There goes Qing. Now, the first trick is we want to make Russia hostile to us. How do we do that? Go into draft treaty, go to money transfer, give them money, ding, fries are done, they entered, and cancel. Now we take 5 infamy, which we don't actually care about at all. And then, look at that. We lose 10 relations with Russia. So we're at cold right now, so we gotta do this 5 times. Boom. And I guess I'm gonna have to just, well, I'll just do it. We'll just put 4 up at once. That's 2. That's 3. And there we go, that's 4. Perfect, so it's gonna be 5 in total. Although we might be 99, but that's fine. Should be at about 100 hostility. Let's just check. Diplomacy, yep, minus 100. Beautiful, beautiful. Although we got a plus 1% here, dang. But that's fine, that's fine. As long as they hate our guts, because then it gives us a minus 50. Right down here, minus 50 from hostile relations. Beautiful. Plus 20 weekly basis, but we're still at 72. You know, we can hit 82 very simply by just going in here and taking one of the 2 random things here. Doesn't matter which one. We'll just do knowledge sharing. Doesn't matter. Gives us a plus 10. That alone will put us over 80. And the moment you hit 80, what happens? Ding! Fries are done. We are now Kazakhstan. Or the Kazakh Horde, or the Kazakh Khanate, whatever. I think the names changed like 2 or 3 times. But look what happened to the Cutdown War. Where'd the Cutdown War go? It's gone! It's Russia's problem! They're still fighting a Cutdown War! We didn't lose anything by take swapping either. Oh, but we did lose something. You want to know what we lost? We lost our debt. We went from, what? 13 million in debt to 234,000 in gold reserves. We went from 450 infamy to 9.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
So the first thing that you could do, and I'm not actually going to show this one. I don't want to play this through twice, but I'm not going to show this one. I'm just doing this in case I screwed this up. But you can actually pull in Qing by becoming their protectorate, and by doing so, you can attack Russia and take back your Akmolinsk. You can take Kishizuz. You can take Uralsk. You can probably even take back your land of Korozmia. For this playthrough, I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to showcase to you another method. One that a lot of people probably haven't thought about. Okay, so we're going to wait until, I would say 25 escalation. Well, we want to be in the actual phase where it's no longer just the opening moves. Okay, so just give me a sec. Ding, fries are done. Now, we're in the diplomatic maneuvers phase, right? Take a look at our prestige. We're at 91 prestige right now. We only need 95 to become an unrecognized major power. Well, that's easy for us. Just raise everything up. In fact, you might even want to build some troops or maybe even conscript something. Who knows? Whatever it takes to raise your prestige up. But I think that should be enough. Watch what happens. In fact, let's bring this up. Pause and pause. We're now 95 prestige. We are a unrecognized major power. And look what happened. The protectorate disappeared because they can't protectorate you. And if you unpause here, and this is why I saved, so I can show you this, okay? Watch what happens when you unpause here. Just wait a couple seconds, and oh, the humiliate didn't show up. I guess I'm wrong. But okay, that's fine. But because we did that, there's no humiliate. They're not taking any primary demands, they're not taking any secondary demands. I didn't even have to save. My bad, but I'm not redoing that shoot. So, all you gotta do at this point, just back down. Just give in. The best way to fight is not to fight at all. I'm telling you. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, you don't get Kishizuz, you don't get Russian Akmolinsk. You could probably take up some other war goals from them if you wanted to, but it's a really hard war even with China on your side. It's not an easy war. It will cost you an arm and a leg, and you don't really have an economy yet. Yeah, we got 14 million GDP, but believe me, you don't really have an economy yet. So it's not fun to fight that war, and Qing can't do it alone. So, back down. Why fight a war you don't want to? You can go after Russia later. You don't need to do it right now. Go after Russia when you're strong. Don't go after them when you're weak. So, back down. That's it. Look at that. We're free. Free. Dobby's free. Somebody gave Kazakh Khanate a sock, and now Kazakh Khanate is free. Freedom. Freedom at last. Freedom. Gonna take empiricism. Okay, and that's it. 10 years. 11 years. We went from a dinky Orta Zhuz, right? Little tiny Orta Zhuz. This right here, Orta Zhuz, I think. Right? Look at how beefy we become. We went from, what, 300,000 population, or like a million population, and we're now 44.6 million population, 14 million GDP, 27% literacy. I don't know how we got literacy. I guess just for taking it from other people. Yeah, we're beastly. We're beastly. And the infamy's gone. The debt is gone. Everything we built stays. All of the troops, well, most of the troops that we built kind of stuck around. Not really, but I should show you one thing, though. The tech changed. Remember I showed you before how we had army reserves, we had Napoleonic warfare, we had colonization? Well, we don't have it anymore. The reason why is because we switched from Orta Zhuz to Yuli Zhuz, that little portion right down here. The moment we did that, we became them. It was literally a tag swap. I think there's very rare to get tag swaps in this game. That's one of the ways to get a tag swap, and I'm telling you, it is worth it. Because losing that infamy, oh my god, I had so much infamy. Look at the damage I did. I could end the video here and I would be very satisfied, but we're not done, are we? Oh no, we're doing a full playthrough. I wonder how far I can take this run. Give it a shot yourself. You might enjoy it. But hey, now you know I wasn't lying when I said go after Qing as the Kazakh Khanate. Okay? You just have to do it right. I wasn't wrong, I just didn't explain it very well. I said you gotta go for the shoreline in the south. I forgot to say how to get to the shoreline in the south because the YouTube short is short. I didn't have enough time to do it. I just kind of had to truncate everything. Sorry about that, guys. I'm actually not going to retract the video, though. I'm not going to retract the short, and the reason why is because it's still correct. It's 100% correct. This works 100% of the time. 100% of the time. I've done this so many times now. I've restarted so many times now. I've ended up at this point so many times now. You're probably going to notice that the beginning of... You're going to notice that everything's been chopped up. And the reason why is because it's literally 4 or 5 different playthroughs I've done here. And I'm sorry that it's not very consistent. I was more concerned about the information being conveyed to you guys than I was about the consistency. From this point on, we're going to try to be as consistent as possible. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more reshoots or any more restarts. None of that. We're just going to play until the end of the game like a normal playthrough, okay? So I hope this helped. I'm actually ecstatic. That is kind of wild, to be honest. The fact that that we're getting away with this, we're being able to take Sin without anybody intervening, that's wild. Shoot, I ran out of things to build. What am I going to build now? What am I going to build? Maybe build Uzbekia. I could have sworn I built opium plantations here. Must have been a different playthrough. Guess we'll build some logs here. What else do I need? Food industries, maybe glass, maybe some textiles. I think we need tools and wood. Let's just build some wood all over the place at this point. Pretty much in every state that I can think of. Maybe here, there we go. That should be good. That's quite a lot, quite enough, but we're taking Sin without much of an issue. That's very nice. Oh, we'll take the extra prestige. That'll keep me from going under. Hey, there, that goes away now. I don't even have to do any cheese. Love it. Don't you love it when things work out? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And we get Sinned. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm enjoying this. It's very nice. I'm very happy with that. That's very good. And Sin has absolutely nothing to do. They're roasted. I am putting them over an open flame, and that is it. They have nothing to hold back against, to hold me back with. It's over. So it's just a matter of time. Hopefully I can keep up with my building. I might have to start building some meat as well. In fact, let's fix our do I need imports for this anymore? No. However, I guess we'll leave it at 0 for now. We'll leave it at 0 for now. We will swap this. Actually, no. We're going to start building our own clothing, and we don't want to import any. Typically with clothes and that sort of thing, you kind of want to focus on building it yourself rather than importing it. So for clothing or anything else that I like building myself, like furniture, I typically put it on low tariffs for import, or even higher tariffs if you're really, really paranoid about them doing it. But, I mean, you make a little bit of money if they end up importing it anyway, so that's fine. But for things that you don't want to import, make sure to increase the tariffs. For things that you do want to import, you want the reversal. Obviously, those things. Do I need grain? I need meat at the moment, so we'll do that. We'll do the reversal. So for export, we'll turn that off so that it's not exporting, and if it does export, we make money off of it. But at least this way, for the importing, we know for a fact that it will continue to import. Hopefully, we're getting something out of it. Yeah, we get a little bit. We get about 8. Not a big deal, but it's worth it. It's worth it at the end. That's generally how I set up my imports and exports. I don't really use subventions anymore. Subventions are a little too costly, and I'm not happy about that. I only use subventions if I'm absolutely desperate, and the only time I ever really use subventions is on arms, artillery, munitions, that sort of thing. So, Sind is toast. That is it for them. Are you still in Civil War? Holy crap. Wild. Qing, you're wild. Who should I go for next? Maybe Persia again? I could probably make Persia a frickin' tributary. Maybe I should. Only problem is that Kalsaraj will join in, and they might actually beat me together. Maybe I should... Actually, no, they can't. Kalsaraj is weak as crap, too. I could make them both protectorates. Wild. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll build my army first. I gotta wait for my infamy to go down before I do that.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yuck.
No, at this point, I kind of still want to wait for my infamy to go down before I go after Persia. It's hard to become friends with Persia and make them into a puppet. So what I typically like to do is I like to have my infamy as low as humanly possible when I make Persia a tributary, so it's possible to make them into a puppet. Why do I want to make Persia a puppet? Because they usually get a lot of battalions. Even if they're truncated like this, they can usually get up to 100 battalions by the end game, and that's really nice to have. That's the only reason to puppet anybody is to get extra troops out of them. And they will send troops in if they like you after the fact. So if you're good to your subjects, whew, you can get a lot of troops. It's like Britain with their troop swarm. So I gotta build something. And we are out of prestige again. Oh no, oh no, what am I gonna build? Who am I gonna build in? Kabulistan's not done integrating yet. I guess I'll have to keep sticking around in Semiplatsk. What can I build in here? I guess some wood. Do I still need wood? No, I don't. I need some moo cows. Okay, we'll build some moo cows, and that should be good for now. And we got tenant farmers. Nice. Have you ever seen a playthrough where they get tenant farmers at 1850 and they're proud of it? I'd like to remind you guys that we tag swapped from Orta Zhuz to Yuli Zhuz, and their laws are what I get stuck with, okay? I had professional armies before. That's gone. Peasant levies again. Why? Because I swapped to Yuli Zhuz. So, yeah, I might seem a little unreasonable, you know, being happy about something that goofy, but, I'm pretty happy about that. Obviously, we're going to make a play for wealth vote. You got to get wealth voting. At this point, wealth voting is the most powerful law in the game. It really is. The capacity to get to the intelligentsia and the industrialists in the early game, not in the early mid game, is just too damn good. It's too good. It's pretty much modern corn laws at this point. If you can get wealth voting, if you can force it out, you're pretty much set. By the second election, generally you can get the intelligentsia or the industrialists or both into power. And that is one... Oh, I get another one. Well, so much for this. Bye-bye. Go away. That is the second time I got a prestige booster. I haven't had to cheese. I'm not even kidding. You probably think, oh my gosh, Dairuka, he's cheesing again. He's swapping back and forth with his prestige to keep it up. Nope. It just does it for me. The game's like, you're just going to cheese anyways. I might just give it to you. At least this way it's going to cost you money. That's what the game's thinking. That's hilarious. I love it. My goodness, this is going to turn into a long video. I can already tell. I'm not even halfway through this, and I'm willing to bet I'm going to have to show you like 70% of all of the wars here. I'm not even... Oh, and Persia gave up. Well, I got my tributary now. I got my Kalsaraj tributary. I got my Jammu secondary tributary. They're indirect, but that's okay. I'm fine with this. I got everything I wanted. I'm very, very happy with that. And you want to know what's hilarious? Russia likes me now. Oh, you like my my little power block name? Khan! Funny. I know I'm cheesy. But I'm super happy about that. That actually worked out very, very well. And we're finally going back for professional army. What else do I need? I got well voting done. I got my nope. I got I guess I better go for interventionism again. Yeah, failing interventionism was not fun. But at least I got well voting, so I guess I can't complain that much. But what else do I need in this point? I guess we could try for interventionism again. Should I try? No. Gotta wait another 18 months anyways. I might actually cancel professional army, just get interventionism quicker because, I mean, I need it. We're not making enough money. I don't have enough money to really do a hyper build, and that's not good. Are we done with Kabulistan yet? Yes, we are. We can finally build in Kabulistan. I'm very happy about that, at least. Only problem is we can only build one thing at a time, and I dislike doing that. I would prefer to build 2 or 3 at a time. Maybe I can afford one more construction sector. Let's see here. How much is it going to cost me? Yeah, we can afford one more. I guess I could build 2 at a time if I keep it around the 40-42 range. That should be fine, maybe. Or I could even put some authority in there and maybe get some better taxation going on here. I guess with the extra taxes, then I can afford another one of these. I can maybe even swap off onto Iron Frame at this point, especially since we're now starting to build, you know, atmospheric engines. So we're doing pretty good on this front. We're doing pretty good. Let's get our coal caught up. It's already caught up. Get our armed caught up. So let's just keep on Iron Frame at this point. Should I swap right now? Can I afford to swap right now? Kinda, sorta, but not really. But we will do it very slowly. We'll do it piecemeal. I know it's weird doing it piecemeal, but oh, where are my construction sectors? I got 1 here. I got 2 here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can afford that. Generally, when you're doing this, you want to stay within like the minus 5,000 to 0 range. You don't want to be positive too much, because I mean, generally when you forget to build, your money just skyrockets up. So you don't want to really be positive. You'll kind of be slightly negative, just slightly, because you don't want to be too positive. Because if you're not careful, your gold reserves will hit the max, and then you'll be like, oh crap. And it's worse when you go to like laissez-faire and then you privatize everything through laissez-faire, and all of your investment pool is literally shipped to you, and then because they're buying all the buildings, and then you just lose so much money because of the cap. The cap really hurts. It's a soft cap, but it's still a cap. Our reinvestment's doing pretty good, but we need companies, man. We desperately need companies. The moment I get railways, we're gonna beeline for companies. In fact, let's do that right now. Oh shoot, I got a lot of backfilling to do. It's literally a 10-year lag start to get your tech up. And I'm actually gonna go for dialectics and then corporate charters. What a nasty lag. It's like starting with no technologies when you're playing as the Khanate and you do this. But, I mean, the amount of land that you get makes up for it. You'll just have to do a lot of tech rushing. I might actually start doing more tech rushing. I don't even know. Where am I going to put them? I guess I can put them all right here. I guess I'll do that right now. 1 sec. Ding, 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 ding. That should work. Hopefully I don't have to delete them this time. Professional army, beautiful. We'll get 5%, beautiful. That's working. And 44 infamy. I guess I could live with that for now. I mean, taking Prussia and Jammu definitely costs a lot. It might be a while before I can go for anybody else, but at least I'm getting some authority from vassalization. I normally hate taking vassalization, but for this playthrough, I'm pretty much going to be taking as many vassals as I can. The reason why is because I'm expecting Britain to break apart. If Britain breaks apart nice and early, and I really hope they do, guess what I'm going to do? Vassal, 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 vassal. I'm going to vassalize everybody. Everything. Just everything is going to be my vassal. And it'll cost an arm and a leg, but it'll damn well be worth it because they're not overseas, so I don't have to worry about convoys. Although I might go for Argentina, Chile, Peru, and all that other stuff anyways, just for the extra mandate points, because mandate points are nice. I'm only getting 3 right now. Well, I guess 2 after the negative, but yeah, mandate points are very, very nice. Poor Qing. Poor Qing. It's actually hilarious. It's hilarious. I barely had to do anything. I had to give up, what? Turkmenia? That's it? I gave up Turkmenia, and Russia gave me everything. Just everything. Look at this gorgeousness. I am destroying Qing here. I am completely destroying them. I get Beijing out of the deal. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm gonna have you... Oh, yeah. Crap. That might have killed my plan. Shoot. They made the Raj. I hope they break apart. I hope they break apart. I'm gonna be... I'm a little scary now. I'm not liking that at all, but yeah, I might have no choice. I might have to change my plan and go after Argentina after all. But there we go. We got our treaty port, Nantong. We got our Beijing, Kazakh Khanate. We got Shaanxi released. We got Anhui released. Everything's looking good. Britain's kicking the crap out of Qing as well. What are they even taking? Oh, damn, they're taking a lot. It's not even Britain. It's the United States, and they're not even taking Qing. Well, no, they're taking Shenzhen and Yongnam, Yongshou, and Yongho. So they're going after Joseon. That's quite a lot. I guess I'm gonna have a United States neighbor in this playthrough. I might go after them. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to unify everything here. That's gonna be my goal for the end of the game. It might be hard to get India though, because they went for the Raj and they didn't break apart. Usually at this point they break apart. That's unfortunate, because I would prefer it if they stayed broken apart. Too bad. Damn Hindustan having to fail like that. Oh well. It happens.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Gotta love it, but at the same time, why do I keep doing this? I always end up just devouring Qing, and my videos turn into like Qing War, another Qing War, another Qing War, another Qing War. Because if you don't go for the protectorate route, you gotta do like 10 wars to eat up all of Qing. I probably should go for the protectorate route. But it's so cheesy. Everybody yells at me when I do too much cheese, so I try not to do too much cheese. In fact, I deliberately do my best to avoid cheese as much as possible. Unless it's new cheese. If it's new cheese, I want to show it to you. I want you guys to know about all the good cheese out there. I don't have to use it in future playthroughs, but for this playthrough, I did quite a lot of cheese here that I'm deliberately trying to show you guys. I want you guys to know about it, at the very least. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it, so there. But yeah, Qing is toast, and I better actually no. I think it shows you when they capitulate, so they will capitulate very shortly. So Mongolia is free, Yunnan's free. I got my Kyrgyzia back. Yay! It's not so horrible border gory anymore. Life is better without border gory, right? And look at poor Qing. Look at poor Qing. You know what? I will protectorate them this playthrough, but oh jeez, I'm gonna start conquering pieces of them now. I got the Infamy back, and I'm getting kind of beefy at this point, so I don't even think I have to worry about cut-down wars for much longer. And I think the only real reason I'm trying to break them up into pieces is because I want more protectorates for this run. Obviously, I want more protectorates for my authority. Going for vassalization, yeah, you gotta have for your protectorates, man. I only got 3 right now. That's not right. I'm gonna have to go for somebody other than Argentina. I might have to use Argentina to go after like Bolivia. Is Bolivia even still a minor power? No, they're crap. But I'm still gonna take them because they're 10 authority. So if you do go for vassalization, that's what you should be doing. Only problem is I can't get anybody's freaking leverage on here. Everybody tells me, oh, well, going sovereign empire is super duper easy. I have a hard time sometimes. I have a really hard time because I conquer people. That's the problem. If you keep conquering people, it's really, really hard to draw them into your power block. Maybe I should have went for military treaty this playthrough. Oh well. I could have, yeah, I should have went for military treaty because then I could hurt Qing even worse. Poor Qing. Poor Qing. You know what? I don't even feel bad. Life sucks for Qing. They're there to be devoured. That's what they're for. It's getting kind of close here. I'm not enjoying this. They're doing a lot of devastation on my southern streets here, but at least we got their capital. Still, I don't know how. Freaking Belgium coming in clutch, baby. Gotta love it. You gotta love it when Belgium comes in clutch. Belgium, of all countries, coming in clutch here. That's actually wild. Everybody yells at me, oh my god, you keep cheesing by taking their capital. No, I didn't do it this time. Belgium did it for me. This game is literally saying to me, hey, you're gonna cheese anyways, so I might as well just give it to you. That's literally what the game's doing. They're like, we're tired of you cheesing all the time, so we're just gonna give it to you, and then that's it. Freaking wild. Hey, you know what? Let's just call for peace anyways. I mean, we've already won. We got Shenzhen. But still, the fact that I don't even have to cheese. Freaking funny. Oh my gosh. Look at all that we got out of this. We got Yunnan market open, which is good for them. We got them as a tributary, good for me. We got Shenzhen, very good for me. And we hurt the United States quite a bit. The only problem is it cost me quite a bit of devastation. I'm not happy about that. Not happy about that at all. But unfortunate, but it happens. Yeah, it just, you can do everything you can, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Oops, law enforcement level 3. Let's fix my production method. Make sure everything is capped out when you're dealing with the production methods. If you don't do that, you could run into monetary issues down the line, and the better production methods use up more things, which gives you more things to build and more ways to improve your economy. So always, always, always make sure that your production methods are up to date. I tend to forget. So this is mostly me explaining to you about that. When it comes to the labor-saving production methods, it's a bit of a mixed bag now. It does use up more production because you're using up more items. Only problem is by saving the amount of labor, you're not using up more peasants and more unemployed. And I got way too many unemployed and peasants. We're not going to be doing any labor saving. What we're going to be doing instead is I'm going to be shopping around now. Okay, well, let's go shopping around. I need more investment rights. Who haven't I given an investment right to? You got investment rights off of me already? Yeah, you do. How about you, Spain? You want investment rights? Take them. They're yours. Britain, you still want them? Nope, you hate me again. You suck, Britain. How about Two Sicilies? You want them? Yes, you do. Take them. How about I get some money off of it? Nope, can't get money off it. Whatever, just take it. Just go ham. Just go crazy. You want investment rights? You gonna give me money for it? Nope. Just take it. Take it. I want everybody to get investment rights off of me. Hey, Canada. Nope, can't do Canada. How about Mexico? Mexico, you want investment rights? Good. Take them. Take them. Brazil. Come to Brazil and give me investment rights. Thank you. We got them. Let's take a look at how many investment rights I got. Ottomans don't like me. Does Russia have it? Yeah, they do. Good. Look at everything that's being built here because of investment rights. Everybody's like, oh, investment rights are terrible. Don't ever give out investment rights. They're wrong. They're wrong, okay? Nationalizing other countries' stuff is very, very easy in this game. Give out as many investment rights as you can if you have too many peasants and too many unemployed. If you're playing as Qing, if you're playing as Japan, if you're playing as Russia even, give out investment rights. Hell, I do it as Austria. I do it as Spain. I do it as the United States, to be honest. If you got too many peasants, the best thing you can do is to fill the wages. Or just get them to work. Who cares if you don't get all the dividends, okay? Who cares? Get these people to work. The faster you get rid of those unemployed, the better. Peasants are not bad. Peasants make you money. They actually do. They make things, they sell things, they make you money. You want to know who doesn't make you money? Unemployed. Get rid of these guys. And the best way to do that is to make as many jobs as you possibly can. And you alone will never be able to catch up to this many peasants and this many unemployed. You're not doing it. Okay? Even Qing isn't doing it. You want to know who's doing it? Yeah. This is doing it. I'm making 6. They're making 12. And I don't pay for this. Okay? I'm not paying. Well, maybe I'm paying for these ones. Nope. These are a company in Wallonia, so never mind. No, I'm not paying for any of them. Zealand. Nope. If it was a company headquarters in if I had a regional headquarters in here, then they can use my my company bonuses here. But because they're in their own, actually no, I guess they are. So I'm wrong about that. I retract that last statement. They are using mine, but look at this. A 60% construction bonus. That's freaking huge. Yeah, you lose a little bit of dividends. I think it's like 30% dividends, but that's nothing. Absolutely nothing in considering in the grand scheme of things. The goal right now isn't dividends. I know you can get dividends, and if you get extra money like I do, like you got 5 million sitting around doing nothing, go into your building tab, go to building registry, go to buildings with level non-Kazakh owners, and then click on interactions, and then find ones that you don't have an active relationship with. Or sometimes it'll let you do it with an active relationship. I don't know what the actual requirement is, but sometimes it works. And then find industries that you have a company for. Like I got a food industry company. Oh, I guess I can't do it for them. I already did that. I think I have textiles, so I'll do this for textiles. We'll just privatize Austrian textiles and French textiles up to 5 million worth. What's 5 million? There's 5 million. Now, you don't have to do this. You see, I expect to go to war with France eventually, so actually I'm not going to do that with France. Austria, I'm going to try to stay friendly with, so I'm going to nationalize theirs. But when you go to war with France, you can nationalize all French buildings for 7 infamy. Or 8 infamy. That's dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. If they have 1,000 buildings in your country and you nationalize on them for 7 or 8 infamy, heavenly. Cheapest thing you'll ever do. That's better than taking 10 states, okay? That's a lot of dividends. At 30% of that's 30% of 1,000 buildings making profit. Whoo, boy, you making bank after that. And again, at the beginning, dividends do matter, but getting rid of unemployed matters more. I really do believe that. I really 100% believe that. I think getting rid of your unemployed is way more important. And if you're that worried about dividends, just nationalize when you got too much money laying around. You're gonna have money laying around. I don't care how good you are at the beginning of the game until you actually have a really, really good interest rate where you can start doing debt spending like crazy. You're going to accidentally forget to build sometimes, and you're gonna end up with a couple million just laying around for literally no reason. I don't want this money laying around. This has no value to me right here. You want to know what has value to me? Dividends. Dividends have value to me. There we go. Let's get rid of another. Okay, there's what? 3 million to 8.8. There we go. Bye-bye gold reserves. Useless gold reserves. But you want to know what's very useful? Dividends! We're making more dividends. More dividends means more money into your actual balance, which means more money that you can put into your construction. You can't really do that with your gold reserves, and if you do that too much with your gold reserves, you'll accidentally go overboard and you'll end up in super debt, and you don't want super debt. So don't do it. It's just better to have more dividends up to about 40 million. Right now I might go for laissez-faire, to be honest. Maybe I'll wait for laissez-faire until I can force a nationalization on these companies, but you can always switch back and forth between laissez-faire and command economy, or laissez-faire and interventionism. And by doing that, by swapping back and forth, you can do your monopolizing, get rid of all the other countries' buildings by nationalizing through either force or through just basic nationalizing like I just showed you in the building tab. And then you can swap back to laissez-faire. It's usually very easy to swap back to laissez-faire. It's actually harder to swap to interventionism. But in the end game, if you're like in the 1900s, you don't have anything left to really pass anyways, so you might as well just do it. Unless you're going communist, and then, I mean, you're not going to be laissez-faire as communist anyways, so there you go.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
At this point, Qing's just a pinata. What else could I tell you? Qing is just a pinata. They're there to be beaten on. I'm sorry, Qing. I'm so sorry. I actually do feel bad. I legitimately actually feel bad right now. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I really genuinely feel bad for poor Qing. Unfortunately, I want their land. I'd like to make him a protectorate, to be honest. Like, not even kidding. I just want to make him a protectorate. But I gotta get them weak enough to make him a protectorate, and I don't really want to do any cheese to do that. I mean, I could probably do the goods cheese at this point, but it's not even worth doing it at this point. Just take the land. Just force them to keep, release Manchuria, force them to release other countries, and I can make those into protectorates, or I could just conquer them outright. And there we go. Qing should now be weak enough for... Nope, they're almost weak enough. Probably another 2 wars. And then you won't have to see me attack Qing anymore. But at least I'm killing the border gore. It doesn't look too much like border gore anymore now. It kind of looks like... Kind of looks like the squished version of Keanu Reeves doing the dance. the meme, like the old meme. That's what it kind of looks like to me. Yeah, it's an interesting country. Maybe I should conquer Tibet just so I can make it look a little more uniform. I don't even know. We've reached a point where it's just, we're just conquering for the sake of conquering. We don't actually need to conquer anymore. We've already got 10 million population at 1900. We're gonna hit 1 billion GDP at this point. We're just doing this for vanity's sake. Okay, everything here is just vanity now. Everything's vanity. Even our block is doing really, really well. We're almost done with our block. Okay, we got so many subjects now. Our block is pretty much insignificant. I might even swap off of colonial offices at this point. Maybe I'll do it now. Maybe I'll wait until I'm done with this principal. Obviously, I'm going to take the first principal just so I don't, in case I go under level 3 for the power block ranking. Because if you go under 3 and you don't have the principal already added, you lose the ability to add to the principal. So yeah, that's definitely something you're going to want to do, is like at least the level 1 version. But beyond that, whew, our companies are doing pretty good. They could be doing a heck of a lot better. Actually, no, they're doing pretty bad for this time, but you gotta remember I didn't start my companies until the 80s. Or no, the 70s. I started them in the 70s. Or was it the 60s? Ooh, late. I started my companies very, very late, unfortunately. It took me a while to get the tech, so... Yeah, don't expect exceptional technology. Don't expect super-duper companies here, because when you start late... You don't get to corner the markets, and if you can't corner the markets, you're not going to be making a heck of a lot of money, unfortunately. So, damn. I'll have to find other ways to corner the market. We'll figure it out. Let's, maybe what we'll do for now is... We'll start getting more exports in on here. Okay, and more exports here. Yeah, I know, it looks like I need it, but I'd rather actually make it myself. Because it's more jobs, because my people... I got too many freaking peasants. I got too many unemployed. The number of peasants went down precipitously, thankfully, but the number of unemployed somehow went up. Probably because of all the former peasants that are now unemployed, so that is not good. We got to get rid of those numbers. We got to break that down, get that GDP up even further. I mean, we're only number 4. That's not good. 1900 and we're still number 4? We should be number 2 or number 1. Oh my goodness, I got work to do. I'm just flabbergasted. This is why I typically don't go for Qing that much in my games anymore. Because if I don't cheese, it takes so many wars. And it just eats up the entire game. The only problem is Qing is so valuable. If you can get those peasants down, if you can reduce the number of peasants and unemployed at a rapid pace, like I've been doing with investment rights, it's worth going for Qing. I'm not even kidding. Even if you're not even bordering Qing, it's worth going for Qing. You can go overseas and take Qing, it's still worth it. The reason why Qing isn't worth it for most people is because they don't know about giving out investment rights. Qing is not worth it if the people aren't working. If the people aren't working, they're not making you money. Now, I got a buttload of unemployed right now. I was almost out of unemployed. I was almost to 0 unemployed. And now I got another 8 million unemployed, but that's okay. I'm going to have to give out some more investment rights. Who needs it again? You're still okay. Confederation of the Rhine is still okay. Yeah, Prussia died, by the way. And Austria's still okay. France, why'd you cancel my last one, you jerk? That's why you gotta keep doing checks. Keep going around. No, Britain still hates me. Oh, Spain hates me now. Do you still have a... No, you don't want it. Okay, how about 2 Sicilies? You still love me? Well, why'd you cancel it then? You jerk. Roman Republic, you want it? Nope. Sardinia Piedmont? Yep. Why'd you cancel it then? You dirty dog. I don't want to swear. How about Egypt? You want it? Nope. And Brazil, come to Brazil. Nope. United States again. Why did they all keep canceling it on me? Probably because I keep going into negative on friendship with them, and then they get mad at me. And when they're cranky boys, they don't want to help. Go figure. Funny how that seems to work. Alright, everybody else looks good. I think I got enough investment rights. Let's take a look at what I got going on here on my investment rights side. 53 buildings being built by investment rights. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love investment rights. I love giving out investment rights on big countries. I have so many peasants, so many unemployed. The only thing that matters is getting rid of them. and investment rights is king. I know a lot of people are going to give me flack for this. Oh my god, you're such a newbie. You're relying on the AI to do all the building for you. Yes, I am. I'm only just now getting 1,000 construction at 1900. I should be at 3,000 if I was playing a normal country, but I'm only 1,000 as Kazakh Khanate. They need it. They absolutely need it. There's such a hard start. It took me 10 years to even get started. I didn't even get my first law passed until like 15 years into the game. So yes, I need investment rights. If you're a backward country with too much population, you got too many peasants, too many unemployed, get investment rights. I'm telling you, it's so imperative. Now, I think finally Qing is weak enough. I could probably actually take them as a... Yes, I can. They're going to become a regional, and once they become a regional, I'm going to make them a protectorate. Although I might have to take a piece of their land before I do that. Or, if I'm unlucky, I might have to do another 2 wars. And if I do 2 more wars, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, at least I'm getting some money from graduated taxation. Although I should probably go for proportional instead. Because my companies are not hot. They're not hot at all. My companies are a joke right now. I cannot corner the market. The only one I seem to be cornering right now is paper. And paper's good for profitability. So is logging, but it's not exceptional. That's the problem. Groceries is exceptional if you can corner the market. This is why people cheese Qing. I'm just telling you. This is why people cheese when they fight Qing. This is why they overload by taking the goods to break Qing apart into a million pieces. Because taking Qing otherwise is such a nuisance. You want to know what's funny? I'm still going to fail laissez-faire. You know, I tried 4 times to get laissez-faire and I'm failing every single time. This is actually driving me crazy. I'm getting mad. How many times have I failed this playthrough? I think I failed like 7 or 8 times now. It's starting to look like one of my old Ottoman runs when I was doing a stream and everybody was watching and I couldn't do anything about it. I was just suffering the whole time and everybody was laughing at me. It was horrible. I'm still crying on the inside. Oh, Qing. Okay, let's incorporate. Qing. Why do you do this to yourself? You should just let me protectorate you. Why do you have to be a goof? Ooh. No, I don't know. I'm actually gonna, no, Peru, I'm gonna make you a protectorate again. How the hell did you get free? How in the hell did Peru get free? I don't know how they got free. They shouldn't be free. I can't afford them right now. I'll have to take them later. But, yeah. Qing is, I think Qing is toast. And I might just conquer these states, to be honest. I don't even want them as a freaking protectorate anymore. We have enough protectorates at this point. We get 180 authority out of it. I haven't even gone for level 3 yet, so I'm going to get 360 in total, I think, out of it. Oh, I have got level 3. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. I thought I didn't. I guess I'll swap off of colonial offices eventually. I think we'll swap colonial offices for food. Maybe. Or maybe advanced research just so I can catch up a little bit on research. We're super duper far behind on research still. It's actually kind of pitiful. We are super duper far behind. We're only just now getting telephones, multilateral alliances. Oh, it's terrible. But that's what happens. I mean, you start with Orta Zhuz's freaking technologies when you tag swap. So, oh, you can't even do a tech rush in the early game. You can't do it until you're finally cut the Kazakh Khanate. Oh, it's painful. It's finally over. It's finally over. We're finally there. I don't have to attack Qing anymore because they lose. They're a protectorate now. We're done. We're done. I just got to clean up here and we're done. Just got to do cleanup on Anhui, maybe Mexico, maybe Great Britain, the Qing, maybe, oh, we already got Dainam, already got Yunnan. Don't have Tibet yet. Don't know why. I guess technically we will have Tibet. They're going to be a part of this. Yeah, because I got Qing, so Tibet's mine now too. Okay, well, that's going to make a good screenshot. I'm going to have to do a little cleanup on it with Photoshop, but beyond that, it's going to be a nice little screenshot. Shame about India. They only just now pretty much broke apart, and yeah, it says they're a minor power now, but I'm willing to bet that that's not going to be the case for much longer. So they're going to cost an arm and a leg to take anyways. Maybe I should break them apart. You can't even break them apart. That's the worst part about India. You can't break them apart. You pretty much have to take the cost up front. I don't even know. There's not much for me to clean up at this point. I think we're done. I think we're done. We're just going to do economic work up until the end of the game. We only got 20 years left in the game anyways, so there's not really a whole heck of a lot to do. We'll just do cleanup, take out these small countries here. I don't even know if I want Korea. I did want India to begin with, but obviously we're not going to get that now. I wasn't lucky this playthrough. If India would have broken apart 20, 30, 40, even 50 years ago, shoot, I'd be bowling on that. I would be all over it, but nope, no love there. Too bad.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I am not a particularly intelligent individual, and you want to know how I know that? Because one of my friends told me that the Kazakh Khanate can form a country, and I didn't remember that until now. Literally, I could have probably done this ages ago, but I'm just now remembering it because my friend told me about it. So here you go, guys. You get to watch me form Turkestan. Woo! 25 prestige. We're Turkmenia. Woohoo! We are no longer the Kazakh Khanate. We are Turkestan. And what a chunky Turkestan is. That flag is actually pretty nice. I like that. It's like the Ottomans and the United States put together. I kind of like it. It's not bad. Yeah, the Ottoman flag is pretty good. The Ottoman with a star is even better. And the United States stripes are really cool. I like it. I really like that flag. It's a beautiful flag. Gorgeous flag, in fact. It's the greatest flag that you've ever did see. People tell me all the time it's a great flag. I agree. It's a great flag. Okay, so 161 million radicals, though. Okay. The unemployed and the peasantry is just bonkers. I did my best, people. I really did my best to get those numbers down. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get the construction up fast enough. I ran into monetary problems. I probably shouldn't have. I should have cheesed. I should have cheesed to break down Qing and then made them a protectorate and then made all the chunks protectorate. Instead, I had to be a goofball and I had to annex everything just for funsies, to be honest. Yeah, I messed up my economy work, but you know what? I'm okay with that for the sake of a screenshot. That's all there is to it, so you'll just have to forgive me. Yeah, I know, you guys could probably do it better. In fact, the multiplayer bros, I'm willing to bet 20 bucks they could do it 100 times better. But that's okay, because I'm not about being the best. I'm just about doing wacky, weird, unique things, okay? How often do you see people playing as Turkestan? I'm willing to bet not very often. How many YouTubers out there do Sir Turkestan? How many YouTubers out there do Sikkim? How many YouTubers out there do Chechnya? How many YouTubers out there do Buganda? How many other YouTubers out there do Ethiopia? I mean, there's probably not a whole heck of a lot out there. So, yeah, there's a lot of unique ways to play in this game. And how many YouTubers out there conquer America's Ladakh? Okay, I did that. That nobody's gonna take that from me. That was super hard. I don't think anybody. Well, maybe there's one person I can think of. I'm not gonna say who. There's one person who could do it. I know they could do that. They're literally the best player in this game. Better than Generalist Gaming. I love Generalist Gaming. I still think the other guy's better. Generalist Gaming is the second best player in the game. I'm not gonna say who. I don't want to give it any more eagle. You'll know who I'm talking about. You can put it in the comments, okay? If you know who I'm talking about, you can put it in the comments. Say that you're a fan of theirs too, because I mean, I don't think they need the shoutouts because they're better than I am. So I mean, shoot, yeah, they're gonna skyrocket. I'm gonna languish. They're gonna skyrocket. That's okay, as long as I can do wacky crap like this. This is. I don't think this is gonna be touched very often. I think maybe one or two other YouTubers could do this. Not many other people can. I'm just saying. Oops, I went a little bit too far there. I forgot to pause right beforehand. So let me show you the screen first. Here is the game over screen. Here is my lovely, lovely, lovely Turkestan. You can see where I struggled a little bit. We got some dips over here in the standard of living. Got some dips over here. We got growth here. I guess that's what the dips are for, from all the population I took. But my goodness, the prestige took a major dip there. We got a lot of Han Chinese living in here. We got a lot of Punjabis living in here. Kazakhs, who we are, by the way. We're the third largest. Oh, no. That's actually a lot of Kazakhs, though. Damn. We made a lot of Kazakhs. We got a lot of Confucians, Sunnis, Mahayanas. We got a lot of laborers, unfortunately. We got quite a lot here. Now, we're going to continue playing so I can show you the actual country. I didn't mean to end it, but I'm not going back to redo it. That's just going to take forever. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed with the amount of construction I had at the end of the game. I was kind of hoping for a little bit better. This was not ideal. For a country this large with this kind of GDP, I should be around 30,000. But I ran into too many problems in the early game, and I couldn't get my laws passed fast enough. We probably had 9 or 10 failures this run. Laissez-faire took forever to pass. I must have tried to get that 7 times. I got it on the 8th time. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even going to show it to you. That's how painful it was. It literally just be me complaining about it the entire time, so I'm not even going to put this in the video. I swear to God, you're not going to see it. But it was horrifying. And because of that, I did suffer quite a bit economically, and unfortunately, my investment pool is kind of pitiful. It's only 2.5 million at the end of the game when I'm literally at 2.6 billion GDP. 2.5 million is kind of where you want to be at around 1910, 1900-ish. Generally, at the end of the game, you should be at around 4 or 5 million. So, no, I did not do ideal. I didn't do my best. I could have probably done a heck of a lot better. But on the plus side, I've unified pretty much everything you see here, except for India, this little chunk of Mexico here. But I'm going to include it anyways, just because it makes it more uniform. Same with Great Britain. But, yeah, we did quite a bit. This is a chunky Turkestan. I'm very happy with that. We got 500 million population. We are number 1. No kidding, we're number 1. The fact the United States is number 2 is kind of amazing too, by the way. But yeah, we're number 1. And you want to know what I'm very, very happy with? We depeasanted everybody. We only have 9 million unemployed left. If laissez-faire would have passed earlier, I probably could have got this down to 0. I'm not even kidding. Laissez-faire really, really hurt me. Because I had to keep trying laissez-faire, I had to delay getting proportional taxation. I ended up goofing up. I ended up going for graduated taxation, even though my companies are pretty pitiful. These companies are bad. Oh my goodness, I did horrible this run. I didn't even hit 1 million on a single company. I'm very, very disappointed with myself when it comes to the company work. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of practice on that. We're gonna have to get my game up. We're gonna get a little practice in. Make sure I do a little bit better, because this is not acceptable. This is unacceptable. But it happens sometimes, and I made a lot of mistakes along the way, and we'll just have to work on it. That's all I can do. I mean, you guys know I'm not very good at this game, so you're just gonna have to accept that perfection is not coming. There are other people out there who can give you perfection. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you now. My power block is pretty chunky. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I got food standardization companies, freedom of movement, vassalization 3. I think I had colonial offices to begin with, but I swapped off it once I was done with Qing. Literally no point anymore, because I wasn't even going to be doing any more conquest. And the mortality reduction is much better. The laws are doing pretty good. Very happy with it. Obviously, we switch off to women's suffrage at the end. That's actually the reason why I got so many unemployed, to be honest. I actually think I had 0 unemployed at around 1915, and I was starting to run out of people to work. So I switched to women's suffrage. Boom. I went from like 400 million dependents to like 350 million dependents. It's just, or no, it wasn't that bad, but yeah, I got a lot of people working out of that, because it gives you a huge workforce ratio. And yeah, it hurts your birth rate, but if you only got 20 years left, who gives a crap? You'd rather have the people to work to fill your jobs. So yeah, we got a lot of gainfully employed. 150 million gainfully employed. That is very, very good. Yes, I sucked here, but I made up for it here, and that's why I have 2.6 billion. I only have 5 GDP per capita. Not ideal. I could have done better, but I mean, 5 GDP per capita with 500 million population is pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. 20 standard of living with 500 million population is pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. I'm telling you. And you want to know what the secret is? It's investment rights. I'm telling you. At the end of the game, what you can do is you can just nationalize everything. Just nationalize everything. Swap off a laissez-faire to interventionism, nationalize, and swap back to laissez-faire. If you can actually succeed. I had a hard time succeeding getting laissez-faire. I had a run time. Right now I had to swap back to interventionism to do nationalism, to monopolize everything. But look, my laissez-faire is 0% now. It's horrible. I couldn't even swap back to laissez-faire. I'm glad I didn't anyways, because I was monopolizing like crazy, but yeah, it definitely worked out. I probably still got dividends. Yeah, I got a bajillion dividends from all the nationalizing I did. No, that's dividend taxes. Okay. Oh, no, that is dividends. That's my, yeah, look at my government dividends. That's for me nationalizing everything. I did a couple nationalizing wars. I fought France for a nationalizing war. It was really quick and fast, and it was nice. And then afterwards, I just nationalized by spending money. That's why my credit is so big. Even though, I mean, it's not even that big, to be honest, because I got such a big credit line. But yeah, 767,000 from government dividends. My poor investment pool can't even keep up. They got 2.5 million, and they still can't keep up with how much they're buying off of me. They're doing their best to buy it off of me, and it's just, they can't. I'm making more government dividends than I've got on interest, bro. Like, that's wild. My subventions, I didn't even fix my subventions. I probably should fix them. I needed them earlier, and I forgot about them. Oopsie daisy. That's me being a rookie again. You can make fun of me in the chat. Don't you worry. But, yeah. I could fix a lot of things. I'm on very low taxation anyways, so just by going up to, very high tax, or just high taxes, I balance my budget just like that. So, I mean, I could have and I should have built more construction. I was trying to correct my trade, and it just didn't work. It was too late to really get into the markets. So, oopsie daisy. But, you know what? I'm still happy with this, okay? Let's show you the rest. What do I have here? I got my society. Yeah, we're not fully accepted. I don't even think we have Oh, we do have multiculturalism. So weird. Huh, okay. We got a lot of second-class citizens, though. That's interesting. I would have expected them to be full acceptance, but that's fine. The Han Chinese are only plus 75. I guess that's why they're only 75. Huh. Religions. We got a lot of Confucians because of all the Han that we took over. Classes. Oh my gosh, do we have quite a few upper class? We got almost 1 million. Yes, sir. How about for capitalists? We got 700,000 capitalists. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not bad. We got a buttload of subjects. Not anymore. I actually incorporated most of them. But we had like 100 subjects here, but I annexed them just to make this more uniform and less ugly. For our population, take a look at this chart. This is a freaking joke. Every time. Just makes me unhappy to see it. We have 74 Siberians, and I still have to look at this. It should have just merged. Whatever. That's fine. We got so many people at work, though. Oh my goodness. We still got a couple peasants, though. 1,042 peasants. And they still have 12 standard of living. That's wild. That's an amazing standard of living for peasants, I'm not gonna lie. Our laborers are middling. So why would you be a peasant? Just go be a laborer. You'll be better off. Wild. But yeah, there you go, guys. I don't even know what else to show you. How about I show you the culture? Let's see which one's a culture. We can show you the population density. My capital is almost 20 million in population. That's pretty damn good. My secondary is 9 million. My tertiary is 6 million. Beijing obviously is a chunky boy. Let's take a look at the religions. Boom. We definitely spread Sunniism pretty much everywhere except for Persia, apparently. Persia was very unwilling to do any conversion, but yeah, we did a lot of spreading of Sunniism. What else do we have to show you? Take a look at the loyalist. Everybody loves me now. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of love. That's a lot of love. Pretty nice, right? I don't know. How about migration? We got a couple migrations here. Not a huge amount. We did pretty good on migration, but not as much as I was hoping for. That might have made things a little bit better. I might have had more than 510 million, that's for sure. But nope, I didn't really get it, to be honest, and I'm not entirely certain why. But beyond that, I think we're good. I think that's it. Let's take a look at the cultures out here. Little tiny Kazakhs over here, and that's it. We did not spread very well at all. But you know what? I'm proud of this run. This has been a good run. I had fun with it. This is probably the most fun I've had with the run in a long time. Yeah, I had to restart a bajillion times, and I'm sorry. I already know what's going to happen. When I actually edit this video, I'm going to have to redo a bunch of the beginning. And I'm not kidding about that. Sorry. But, again, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. If you made it this far into the video, oh my god, this is going to be a gargantuan video. It's going to be 2 or 3 hours. You guys are kings, I'm telling you. Absolute kings. You guys rock. Make sure to be good to your family. Make sure to be good to your friends. Give them an extra hug today. Give them 2 hugs. Give them 3 hugs. And I mean, you just got to appreciate the time that you have with your family, because you don't know how long they're going to last. They're here today, gone to the next. And it'll happen so fast you won't even see it coming. It's going to hit you like a lightning bolt. You're going to be in shock for months. I'm speaking from experience here. So, be good to your family. I'm telling you. If you're safe to do so. Not everybody has a family that they can brag about. And yes, I'm being mean by bragging about my family like this, but if you're in a position to do so, or if you can't do it with your family, do it with your friends, okay? Friends can be family. You can bring friends into the fold of being family. Find people out there who mesh with you, become their family, and be good to them. Because they're not here forever, and neither are you. Okay? So, beyond that, guys, I got nothing else to say. Go to the Patreon. Go sign up for YouTube Premium. I got a bunch of goofy videos on the side. I'm trying not to do anything too serious when it does to the goofy videos that I add on the side. Maybe I'll do some gameplay videos for other games or something. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, if you're willing to support me, do that. And I do appreciate the support that I've been getting. So you guys rock. Anyhow, hail Hydra Cat. Video over.